can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio Cayman.
For the record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury, and JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient. Doctor's Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And now, Barbados. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is For the Record.
For the Record.
1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Monday, the 5th of February, 2024, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands, we urge you to please, please, please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle. We understand that there may have been a fender bender somewhere in the vicinity of Agricola Drive this morning. Not sure if that situation has been cleared up yet, but that may have caused traffic to back up a little bit, even more so in that area. We hope and we trust that that is clear now. But again, please concentrate on what you're doing. If you're riding, concentrate on the traffic. If you're driving, concentrate on the traffic, pedestrians, and everyone. You can't be serving two masters at one time or multiple masters at one time. If you're driving, just concentrate on the driving and nothing else, because that is why accidents occur in many instances, because of lack of concentration. Other reasons as well, recklessness, carelessness, but if you pay attention, chances are that you stand a better opportunity of not being involved in an accident as well. And remember, if you do all of that, then the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday and to remind you that the For the Record birthday shoutouts brought to you by Coca-Cola, proud to support your birthday shoutout. Available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. And by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your car clean. Sorry, they keep your car in tune. Call 949-9570 or 525-9571 for Superior Auto to keep your car in tune. Those of you who have lost loved ones, again, we want to send our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these challenging times, and that the memories of your loved one will be a blessing to you. This morning, we want to, in particular, send condolences and words of expression to Miss Donna Bush on the loss of her son, our colleague and friend, Miss Donna Bush, on the loss of her son as well. Our prayers are with you, and pray that you will remain strong. No one knows what you're going through until they have experienced it themselves, as well. But our prayers are with you. Our thoughts are with you as well. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands, we wish you a speedy recovery also. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, our phone lines are open. Again, this morning, it is that beautiful radio voice of Miss Susan Watson waiting to take your calls. As you heard on the intro, you can call us on our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow. That toll-free number is 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and 949-6990. Email us at For the Record, one word, For the Record. No, we're going to change that. Not For the Record anymore. Email us at talktooc@gmail.com. Our WhatsApp number, 925-3261. Follow us on YouTube by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. Don't forget that we are also on Facebook as well. So let's first look at the birthday shout-outs this morning. And we see, okay, we're getting all sorts of things happening at the same time here. We're going to look at the birthday shout-outs first this morning. And we have, okay, here we go. Yes. So, today we have 5th of February, Rondell Positive, Liana Lilla Jervis also celebrating a birthday today. My good friend, Mr. Ralston Anglin, also celebrating his birthday today. We'll give him a shout later on as well on the phone. Miss Ruby McLaughlin celebrating a birthday today. And, of course, I try to be as modest as possible, but lots of people know that I also celebrate my birthday on the 5th of February. I don't make a big deal about birthdays, but I want to say thank you to all of those persons who have reached out to me to wish me happy birthday. And I have to apologize to Miss Jewel that I disappointed her on yesterday because she didn't see me in Northside cycling. But I woke up, but I was up at 4 o'clock, ready to go, and then just had to change of heart and decided I was not going to ride. Did a lot of yard work on Saturday and was up most of Saturday night as well, so I decided that I would take a break. But so I apologize again to Miss Jewel. I want to thank Charlotte Jackson, Miss Charlotte Jackson, for the birthday wishes as well. And there is a gentleman who's celebrating his birthday today, and his name is Mr. Curlew McInnes, Curlew McInnes in Jamaica. He's 53 years old. He points out he has no middle name or alias, and he is celebrating his birthday tomorrow on the 6th of February. Yes, he says, tomorrow is my birthday. And we want to wish him in advance a happy birthday to him. He will be 54 years of old, he tells us. So we're giving him a big shout out in advance of his birthday tomorrow, February the 6th as well. Miss Susan, you may want to check a voice note as well. I see a voice note that came in that may just be a birthday shout out also for someone. We'll check that to see exactly what the status of that is. And folks, one more time to remind you that for the record, birthday shout outs this morning, first of all, brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shout out. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. Accept no substitute. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Also by Superior Auto. Superior Auto, they keep your car in tune. Call them at 949-9570 or 525-9571. We're going to take a commercial break now, folks. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series. Brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
Henry Ackerman, 1908.
Henry Ackerman was born in West Bay, one of 7 children of Henry Azariah and Lydia Ackerman. After completing his formal schooling there, he became a seaman. He sailed as a crew member on board ships of the Swanee Steamship Company and National Bulk Carriers, as well as on U.S. supply ships during World War II. He mastered many other trades as well in order to support his family. He was a skilled barber, shoe repairman, fisherman, and painter. He was married to Coriel Louise Ebanks, and together they raised 1 son and 4 daughters. They also raised a physically handicapped boy who later became a talented carpenter. After Louise's death, Henry married Mae Jackson. Henry remained a devoted and loving son to his parents, looking after them in their home until they died within 12 hours of each other at the age of 85.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Register, get your clues, start your engines, find the answers. The Rotary Central Gumball Rally is just around the corner. Exciting questions, exciting answers, exciting prizes for rally car theme, rally preparation, gumball rally spirit, accuracy, and more. Find the finish line and win prizes. Saturday, February 10th, 11:30 a.m. for on-site registration. Start location, Cricket Square, Georgetown. only $125 per car, a team of 2 to 4 persons. Pre-register for this most exciting scavenger hunt at RotaryCentralKY.com or call 936-1344 for guidance. The Rotary Central Gumball Car Rally, a fun event, not a race event. Proceeds address projects around mental health in the Cayman Islands. Rotary Central Gumball Rally, helping create hope in Cayman and the world.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
You don't need to be great to start, but you sure do need to start to be great. We've all been there. The little put when we try to start the car. Starters and alternators will eventually go. When life happens to your car, Superior Auto can save your day. Superior Auto offers complete starter and alternator repair. Superior Auto, 525-9571 or 949-9570. Superior Auto, they keep your car in tune.
This spring, say hello to Los Angeles. Explore foodie havens, local markets, art exhibitions, cultural shows, theater, you name it. Getting to LA is easy with 2 non-stop flights weekly aboard Cayman Airways. Midweek airfares are now on sale from just $410 CI round trip. Some conditions apply. Check out our socials for more inspiration and visit CaymanAirways.com to book. Sale ends February 14th. Now is the time to see LA your way.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice-cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
Barbados always feels like summer. Every day, it's endless vibes as you immerse yourself in Bajan culture, discover new adventures, and make lasting memories. It's only an isle away, so book your trip by 6th of February and get US $200 in digital credit to spend on experiences, dining, and local shopping. Go to www.bookbarbados.com/feels like summer for more details. Terms and conditions and blackout dates apply.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. We have about 10 minutes before we go to our 8 o'clock news. We have a birthday shot. First of all, again, I want to thank all of those persons who have reached out to me, wishing me a happy birthday. Friend and neighbor Mark Scotland, my former boss, Mr. James Ryan. Some of you know him as Mr. Jimmy Ryan. Lord Graham, Miss Charlotte Jackson, Mr. Joey Ebanks, all of my early breaker cycling buddies, as well as the group, the Gramps group. We have an older group cycling as well. They're called Gramps. Mr. Kirk Lee, as well as, I don't want to forget any names, Mr. Richard Wildman, as well as Mr. Randy Christian and the Gramps group as well, Miss Lisa Galbraith and the Galbraith family, Miss Susan, our Radio Cayman staff here as well, Mr. John Christian, everyone. Thank you very much for all of the birthday greetings. Some I don't have names for, but we'll figure out who they are as well. Also, tomorrow, of course, remember the one and only Robert Nestor Marley would have celebrated his birthday tomorrow. Also, Miss Sarah Sue McPhail celebrating her birthday tomorrow, and advance birthday greetings coming from her dad, Lord Graham Rankin, as well tomorrow. So we want to wish Miss Sarah Sue McPhail happy birthday in advance of her birthday as well. Miss Anna K. Price just sent me happy birthday greetings, as well. And again, thanks to everyone. And I have to give my good friend, Mr. Ralston Anglin, we make it a habit every birthday. We contact each other. And there was a time when we would go do a little bit of hopping around to the various hot spots on our birthday as well. And I want to thank Miss Esther also for wishing me a happy birthday. And Miss Susan, I think there are a few voice notes out there as well. Why don't we go to those?
Good morning, OC. And I want to wish you happy birthday today. I know, because mine is the 2nd and it's the same 51. And happy anniversary to my precious Braca husband. We are together for 34 years now. And thank you, OC, for the good job you're doing. God bless you. And why you didn't call me to do the work for you and you stay home and relax today? I could do it, I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. Okay, OC, be blessed and enjoy. When you go home, enjoy your birthday today. We love you. Okay, bye-bye.
I want to thank that caller for that as well. I think there may be, is there another voice note there, Ms. Susan, as well? I think, okay. So, I can't have that silence on the phone, on the radio, sorry. So, folks, the Chamber of Commerce Economic Forum, Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum, held on the 2nd of February. There were several speeches that were delivered by ministers, as well as by the Premier, the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly. I have about 7 minutes, so I'm going to start to share that with you. Not going to read read it in its entirety, but I will first of all tell you that the title of her address was Building for Tomorrow Today, a Sustainable Path to a Successful Future. And she started off by asking, it's a rhetorical question. First, we may ask, what is a sustainable economy? And she pointed out that there are many definitions, but the most appropriate that she has found arose out of the 1987 Brundtland Report compiled by the United Nations World Commission on Environment and Development to tackle the emerging dichotomy between economic growth and environmental preservation. She went on to explain that the report aimed to address the global challenge and focused on the integration of environmental, economic, and social considerations to achieve sustainable development. While acknowledging this interconnectedness, the specific aspect that we are focusing on today, she goes on to say, is economic sustainability. So, again, what exactly does that mean, she asks, and goes on to say, a sustainable economy is an economic system that seeks to balance and integrate social, environmental, and economic considerations to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own very needs. Folks, I'm going to repeat that to you because this is a clear and concise definition. A sustainable economy is an economic system that seeks to balance and integrate social, environmental, and economic considerations to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their very own needs. And we have seen that happen throughout. That is why we are ending up with phenomenons like global warming today as well. And then she went on to say that the goal of a sustainable economy is to create long-term prosperity while minimizing negative impacts on the environment, society, and overall well-being. She then went on to mention some of the key principles of a sustainable economy, which included social equity, ensuring fair and equitable distribution of resources, benefits, and opportunities across the whole social spectrum, economic prosperity, promoting economic growth that is inclusive, resilient, and does not compromise the well-being of future generations. Community engagement, that involves local communities in decision-making processes and considering their respective needs and aspirations. Resilience building, an economic system economic systems that are resilient to shocks, including those related to climate change, economic downturns, and other disruptions. She then goes on to say that achieving a sustainable economy requires collaboration among governments, business, communities, and individuals. We must apply sustainable economic principles to government budgeting, aligning financial decisions with long-term goals that prioritize social, environmental, and economic sustainability. And then she goes on to talk about some of the key considerations for integrating sustainability into government budgeting. And we've reached that time where we're going to be going to our 8 o'clock news. So if time allows, I will return to this so that we can go over what the Honorable Juliana O'Connor, Premier of the Cayman Islands, presented to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum. But remember what Radio Cayman and For the Record is all about as well, and that is connecting you with the decision makers, the policy makers, and those who are also charged with implementing that policy. It does not always necessarily have to be them being in the studio, but we can follow what they have said in various settings. Not sure how many of you had the ability to listen to her presentation. So right here on For the Record, we want to give it to you, and we also want to give you an opportunity to comment on some of the things that the Honorable Premier has pointed out and has said as well. So I'm going to share with you the salient points of her address to the Chamber's Economic Forum. At this time, folks, it is top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. When we return, the conversation will continue. Remember, the phone lines are open as well, so please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time is 8 o'clock, brought to you with the kind compliments of Foster's.
Ni hao foodies, get ready for some dim sum delights now at Foster's Camana Bay with classic flavors like a savory chicken teriyaki, a mouth-watering shrimp shumai, a tantalizing vegetarian shiitake, and so much more. Available in the Foster's Bay Market Cafe, Asian and Wok Bar for only $1.49 each, and the option to pick any two of our classic sauces like black vinegar and chili, sweet and sour, or our famous chili bang sizzle.
I can't keep my taste buds waiting any longer. Let's go!
Foster's, better because we care.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The Development Control Board releases its decisions from its January 16th meeting. The first subdivision application was for 7 lots on Sam McCoy's Drive, a site that, according to the Department of Environment, was known Sister Islands rock iguana habitat. The species is protected under the Cayman National Conservation Act, and in its recommendation, the DOE asked the DCB to, quote, do a comprehensive review of the need for the subdivision of more parcels in Little Cayman. The DOE urged against the project's approval. However, the DCB approved it. The DCB also gave the green light for a 12-lot subdivision on Southside West Road in Cayman Brac. The beach of the seaward parcel is sea turtle nesting habitat and proposed critical habitat for brown booby birds in the draft species conservation plan for colonial nesting seabirds. There have also been sister rock iguana nests near the section of parcel located landward of Southside West Road. There was also an approval for a 4-lot subdivision on Southside West Road as well. That's adjacent to a marine park reserve and consists of a mixture of primary coastal shrubland habitat and a regrowth of vegetation. A request to make modifications to an application to create a 2-lot subdivision as well as an 11-lot subdivision, both near Booby Bird Drive and Cayman Brac, were adjourned to, quote, invite the applicant to a meeting to discuss the removal of the land for public purposes designation on the subject parcels. You can find the full meeting summary online at planning.ky. And in other news, Cayman's cultural and heritage sector is discussed at a regional culture conference in Mexico City. CNCF CEO Natalie Urquhart represented Cayman at the EU-LAC Foundation seminar, which explored international cultural cooperation in a changing scenario, building a shared agenda between Latin America, the Caribbean, and the European Union. The event is designed to be a space for cultural managers to come together to promote dialogue and in-depth reflection on the intersection of culture and development in the current scenario and the dynamics of cooperation between the regions. Now with the check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. The US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, is expected to arrive in Saudi Arabia shortly. It's his 5th visit to the Middle East since the conflict between Israel and Hamas erupted. The trip follows days of US airstrikes against Iranian-linked targets. Australia says it's appalled by the suspended death sentence a Chinese court has given an Australian writer and dissident. Yang Hyung-jun, who was born in China, was arrested 5 years ago on spying charges, which he's always denied. The government in Senegal has cut in access to the internet on mobile phones. It follows protests on Sunday against President Macky Sall's postponement of the presidential election. Britain's Africa Minister Andrew Mitchell has said during a visit to Ethiopia that there's clearly a risk of famine unless action is taken to prevent it. Officials in the Tigray region say the world is ignoring a worsening humanitarian crisis caused by war and droughts. The High Court in London has begun hearing a case which centres on whether an Australian computer scientist is right to insist that he created Bitcoin. Craig Wright claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of the cryptocurrency. Pakistan's interim Prime Minister has denounced an attack on a police station that killed 10 officers. Anwar ul-Haq Khaka said the entire country stood with the police. Police in southeastern Bangladesh say at least 2 people were killed when mortar shells fired during clashes in neighbouring Myanmar fell across the border. Fighting between Burmese troops and rebels opposed to Myanmar's military government has caused panic in some villages inside Bangladesh. A construction firm in South Korea has announced the payment of more than $70,000 for each baby born to its employees over the past 2 years. It's the largest sum offered by a private company to help deal with the country's falling birth rate. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. Fincor has been helping businesses go farther since 2015. Navigating these uncertain times requires knowledge and understanding of your company's finances. Our professional accountants will help you better understand your financial position and the opportunities for improvement. At Fincor, we don't just crunch numbers. We craft financial success stories. Your business, your success, our commitment. Visit our website at fincor.ky for more information.
Hey fellas, you want to make her Valentine's Day special? Well, take her shopping at the Cayman Islands Agriculture Show. You get all the food you can eat, she gets her plants and treats. It's a win-win situation. It's happening Ash Wednesday, February 14th. You can visit caymanagriculture.com or visit them on their Facebook page for more information.
The 8 a.m. Weather Report, brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning. Once again, let's take a look at your latest weather report. Current temperature is 81 degrees. Relative humidity is 86%. The barometric pressure is 29.68 inches and rising. The wind is out of the southwest at 8 knots. Overnight low temperature was 78 degrees. Synopsis indicate moderate to fresh westerly winds and rough sea conditions are expected across the Cayman area today as a cold front moves across the area. Further north, another cold front currently over the Yucatan Channel is expected to move across the Cayman area late this evening, supporting near gale force west to northwest winds and very rough seas across the Cayman area tonight. Satellite images show scattered low-level clouds across the northwest Caribbean. At the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures today will be in the low 80s. Winds will be westerly at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, becoming northwest at 20 to 25 knots with higher gusts from this afternoon. Seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet, becoming rough with wave heights of 5 to 7 feet by this afternoon, especially along the west coast. A small craft warning is in effect for today. Tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers and temperatures dipping to the mid-70s tonight. Your winds will be west to northwest at 25 to 30 knots with higher gusts this evening, increasing to 30 to 35 knots from late tonight. Seas will be very rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet this evening, increasing to 9 to 13 feet from later tonight, especially along the west and north coast. A marine warning is in effect from late this evening as well. Low tide will be this afternoon at 1:21, high tide this evening at 5:49. Sun will set this evening at 6:19 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:59. And the outlook is calling for near gale force northwesterly winds and rough seas through tomorrow morning, with a decrease in winds from the afternoon as the pressure gradient over the northwest Caribbean begins to weaken. Very rough seas, especially along the west and north coast, will continue Tuesday evening. Marine warning remains in effect for Tuesday as well. That's the very latest on your weather report.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you're going to invest in an exotic pet, choose anything but a Norwegian forest cat. Apparently, they will eat all your jewelry. Before you know it, you're racing to the vet when your cat escapes from his carrier and lunges for your earrings. You crash and your cat swallows your pearls. But if you're smart, you'll have CG Motor Insurance and get the best comprehensive coverage for the price.
Get the best comprehensive coverage for the price. CG Brit-K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Brit-K, where people come first.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
And by National Road Safety. Be empowered. Help make our roads safe. Take the road to zero. Say no more to road fatalities in 2024.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look this time at traffic. Heavy traffic on the Linford Pearson Highway. Delays expected. Traffic also heavy on Crew Road heading to Georgetown. Steady traffic coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and continuing on to Huldah Avenue. Steady traffic coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way. Some delays expected. As we look to Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue, traffic is flowing moderately in both directions, as well as coming from the Westway 4-way stop. Edward Street moving on moderately, especially from the Georgetown Post Office. Traffic cones in the area. Into Georgetown on Shedden Road looking pretty good. Out of Georgetown on Shedden Road, light to moderate traffic flow. Now, if you see any accidents or incidents, please give us a call here at Radio Cayman, 949-6990. Or in Roberts Drive, light to moderate, coming from the West Bay 4-way stop, flowing pretty good. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12. We'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning and drive safe.
Speeding is the highest cause of fatalities on Cayman's roads.
Brother, watch how fast my new car goes.
Got it!
But what if
he hadn't been speeding?
his friends hadn't been encouraging him?
What if we all just took the time to slow down and think? What if, as a community, we rose to the challenge of keeping our roads safe?
What if we all walked the road to zero
and decided no more in 2024?
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips for all occasions and celebrations. Let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
And by National Road Safety. Be empowered. Help make our roads safe. Take the road to zero. Say no more to road fatalities in 2024.
You asked, and we listened. The Water Authority's new customer portal is here. The new and improved platform lets you manage your account easily and more independently from a user-friendly design. With the new customer portal, you can view and pay your bill online, schedule bill payments, make payments on multiple accounts at one time, manage tenant and landlord accounts, view your consumption history, make service requests, and so much more. The service is also available to tenant accounts. Visit www.waterauthority.ky to sign up today.
Say hello to Los Angeles. Explore foodie havens, local markets, art exhibitions, cultural shows, theater, you name it, they've got it. Getting to LA is easy with 2 non-stop flights weekly aboard Cayman Airways. Midweek airfares now on sale from just 410 CI round trip to LA. Some conditions apply. Check out our socials for more inspiration Visit CaymanAirways.com to book. Sale ends February 14th. Now is the time to see LA your way.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I am a little bit embarrassed this morning with all of the happy birthday greetings, coming in as well. But I am certainly grateful to know that I have been blessed by the Lord to at least reach the age of 73 years. So I'm extremely thankful for that. And if I'm fortunate for him to give me more, then I want to continue as much as possible what I'm doing in terms of adding some positivity, adding information, giving people information about things that are happening in this world. And I'd also like to be able to continue to ride my bicycle for as long as possible. When I can't ride by myself, I do have a tandem. It's pretty old now. I purchased that in 1992. Yeah, I purchased that bike in 1992. The first person to ride that tandem with me was my good friend and then at that time supervisor of elections, Mr. Kearney Gomez. I have had other people ride it with me. I've loaned it to people. Andrew McLaughlin has ridden it. Miss Evelyn Rocket. I have ridden the Kiwanis bikeathon with who was young then at that time, Kareem Connor, on the back as well. And he was really happy because he's always likes to win. And he was happy when we were, competing with the rest, heading from the blowholes in East End down to Smith's Back-A-Dare as well. So when I get too old that possibly my eyesight might be adversely affected because we hear the bulletin that is being carried now, the public service message about glaucoma, and I suffer from glaucoma, and I'm told that at some point in time that I will lose my eyesight completely. If I do, have a granddaughter by the name of Ava. Hopefully she'll be old enough she can ride up front and I can sit on the back and feel confident that she will steer me in the right direction on that tandem. So still have that tandem. If it's too old, then we look about getting a newer model, maybe a lighter one that is made out of carbon fiber as well. But I would love to continue to host For the Record as long as I possibly can. I would also love to cycle as long as I can, and I would also love to serve the people of the Cayman Islands in whatever capacity as long as I possibly can as well, because I love this country. This is the only home that I have, and I, like many, many others, want to ensure that we preserve what we have, as well. But I'm not going to make this show about me this morning. It's not all about me, but I just wanted to express those as well. Also, I'm told that Miss Doris Ebanks, who is the wife of Mr. Heyman Ebanks, she's celebrating her birthday today as well. So we want to wish her a happy birthday also. And if you want to keep the birthday shout-outs coming in, I think Miss Susan, you said Juanita. Anita, Miss Anita has sent me birthday greetings as well. And thank you very much, Miss Anita, for that. So we're going to go back to the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly's address to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum. And she, talked about budgeting. So she spoke about the fact that some of the key considerations that are taken when integrating sustainability into government budgeting. And she lists some of those, and I'm going to share them with you. But also to go back to a little tidbit here, as well for you. And the Tradewinds newspaper on the 11th of February 1965 reported about our Legislative Assembly then approving the estimates of income for the coming year. Estimates of income, same thing as the annual budget. And for those of you who like these or enjoy these details and tidbits, they reported that at that time the Cayman Islands derived income from the sale of a very attractive postage stamps to the sum of £35,000, because in 1965 we were still dealing with pounds, shillings, and pence. Also, they reported in that budget that the anticipated revenue for the coming year, that would be 1966, was £283,881. That was the revenue on the revenue side. And on the expenditure side, it was expected to be around $278,091. And of that total sum, $47,553 was spent on education. So I don't have the time to do the maths now, but when it comes to expenditures, $278,091. So let's round it out to $278,000 and $47,500 on education. And those mathematicians out there, those people who really enjoy dealing with figures, tell me what percentage of the budget that would have been in terms of the expenditure. What percentage would $47,500 be of £278,000? And let me know as well. Meanwhile, I will go back to Honorable Juliana O'Connelly's presentation to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum. So some of the key considerations taken while integrating sustainability into government budgeting include ensuring that budget allocations address social inequalities and prioritize programs that enhance social well-being. I'm going to pause there for a second and say that is extremely important, because we are continuing to see the social inequalities, the gap between the haves and the have-nots continuing. And we have seen more and more. We hear about more and more people being homeless. We hear more and more about persons either sleeping on the beach, sleeping in parks, or in their vehicles as well. So that is extremely important. The other bullet point was consider the long-term environmental and social implications of infrastructure investment. And this is where the conflict arises between some developers and government policies that are intended to ensure that we protect our environment. There are some developers out there that are greedy and thinking about nothing else I'm not sure whether or not they realize that they can't take it with them, but again. So the government has to consider the long-term environmental and social implications of infrastructure investment. Another bullet point, prioritize investments that have positive social impacts on local communities and encourage public participation in the decision-making process. We see more and more now where the government is seeking public input in relation to decisions that they're going to make. Some of us take it lightly and do absolutely nothing, don't say a word, but later on then when the decisions are made, then we criticize them and say, oh, why did they do this? Why did they do that? When you are invited to give your opinion, folks, take the opportunity to do so as well. The other bullet point was develop multi-year budget plans that consider the long-term consequences of fiscal decisions on sustainability. So your budgets need to be long-term. They need to be forward-looking, as well. She goes on to say that, as she noted in her budget policy statement, the Cayman Islands are currently playing catch-up to meet the needs of our economic and corresponding physical and population growth. She says that it is vital to maintain and improve quality of life, that we invest in essential infrastructure and social and educational programs, not next year, but now. She explained that the government budget is the financial plan for achieving the policy outcomes in the 2024-2026 Strategic Policy Statement. And she invited them to discuss the broad outcomes that guide the UPM government in all that they do and how they align with the development of a sustainable economy. She says that this government has said time and time again the commitment to maintaining a private sector-driven economy, acknowledging the important role the private sector plays in generating the activity, which in turn provides the goods, services, and productivity required to have a healthy and vibrant economy. This in turn creates employment as well as the most significant percentage of government revenue. The revenue generated by the private sector-driven economy is in turn utilized by our government to provide public services such as education, health care, and financial assistance, and funds key public sector infrastructure projects. A strong and stable economy is an underpinning factor in each of our broad outcomes. She then pointed out, she said, take the broad outcome, one of improving quality of life for Caymanians. And we all talk about quality of life for people. And for some, quality of life is great. For others, if you're going to talk about quality, it is no quality or inequality for many others as well. So she says, how can we improve our quality of life without a strong economy? Quality of life is defined as, and I quote, an individual's perception of their position in life in the context of the cultural and value systems in which they live and in relation to their goals, expectations, standards, and concerns. Key indicators of good quality of life include wealth and employment. And for some, I would add to that, as health. For many, physical, mental health may be the top priority for some as well. Those are my words, just adding in there. She goes on to say that indeed, in the context of improving quality of life as a broad outcome, some of the specific outcomes would include nation-building initiatives, sustainability discussions, and socio-economic policies to ensure that employment and productivity is there to increase both individual and community wealth. I am going to pause there because we have to go to a commercial break, folks. Remember, if at any point in time you want to interrupt and call in, please do so. Or toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and 949-6990. WhatsApp us, 925-3261. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Are you feeling sick but don't feel ill enough to go to the doctor? Ask your pharmacist for advice. Here at West Bay Pharmacy, our pharmacists have been trained to offer helpful, easy to understand advice on the treatment of everyday minor ailments for yourself and all the family. Anything from headaches, cough and sore throat, to cold sores, our pharmacists will know when medical help is needed and will not hesitate to refer you to your doctor if your symptoms demand it. Like doctors, our pharmacists have a professional code, which means all personal information you give them will be treated in the strictest confidence. Visit us today at West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
This spring, say hello to Los Angeles. Explore foodie havens, local markets, art exhibitions, cultural shows, theater, you name it. Getting to LA is easy with 2 non-stop flights weekly aboard Cayman Airways. Midweek airfares are now on sale from just $410 CI round trip. Some conditions apply. Check out our socials for more inspiration and visit CaymanAirways.com to book. Sale ends February 14th. Now is the time to see LA your way.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you want to go scuba diving on your vacation, don't bedazzle your wetsuit. And you think you look great, but what you don't realize is that you look like a shiny, scaly fish. And it won't take long for a shark to notice you. Next thing you know, you're busting out every karate move you got. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance and get airlifted out to the closest hospital.
Get coverage for emergency evacuations. CG Britke. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. One of our listeners sent a WhatsApp and they're questioning whether or not that was an April Fool's list that I was reading from the speech. The person goes on to say, in the Cayman Islands, there's nothing sustainable happening for your people, let alone communications with the people. I'm going to pause there for a second and just respond to that. And there are various ways of communicating with people. Here in the Cayman Islands, we're accustomed to the face-to-face meetings. We are accustomed to seeing or hearing or elected officials on the radio, and sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not, and that is understandable. We're accustomed to, we used to be accustomed to press briefings. We see less and less of those as well. But here, this is one way of communicating. She gave the speech to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum. That speech was, along with other ministers, they were distributed to the various media outlets in the Cayman Islands. Radio Cayman happens to be one of those media outlets. And here we are on For the Record, sharing it with you. So while you may not hear it directly from the ministers or representatives, it's still coming. It is still coming through. So, we have to be able to adapt to the various modes of communication as well. The writer then goes on to say that you have people turning into economic refugees and fleeing in numbers. I'm not sure that, fleeing in numbers, if you mean large numbers, I haven't seen any evidence, of that. But if you have that, please share it with us. You may have anecdotal evidence that people are fleeing. But we also see where many who have left are also returning and find out that it is not necessarily as rosy out there as they think. The writer goes on to say that environmental departments suing each other. I'll come back to that as well. No district councils. Good point. All of our politicians seem to be ignoring that but yet, these consultations go out, they're seeking input from the public. If you had your advisory district councils, that would be one way of getting more and more feedback from your people. So in one breath, you're saying, let us have your views, give us your opinions, but the vehicle that can do that, you won't put on the road. You leaving it parked with flat tires and a dead battery and no registration or insurance. That is the advisory district council. So, this writer here has a point as far as that is concerned. As far as government departments suing government departments, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If one government department's interpretation of something and what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do is different than what another government department thinks, the best way and the only sound way of resolving that is by going to the courts and let the courts interpret the law that is in place. So I hear people complaining and criticizing the fact that one government department, has gone to court with another. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is a healthy democracy at work. My point of view, if you differ, please share it with us, with me as well. But the point is spot on as far as advisory district councils are concerned, because you're going out there asking the individuals, give us feedback. We want public input, public consultations, and this. You have the opportunity to activate those advisory district councils. Then the person says finally that, of course, these will be held every night for the month before elections. And they say, cool speech, though. I think the speech is more than cool if you know the Premier, the Honourable Juliana O'Connor Connolly. And I think she would say to you, hold her to her words, hold her to what she has said and what she has promised as well. So I'm going to go back to those broad outcomes that she mentions. So, okay, here, broad outcome 2 of enhancing our competitiveness is all about maintaining a strong economy and encouraging economic growth, as it refers to the need to continuously improve our economic, social, environment, and good governance frameworks in order to ensure our beloved Cayman Islands remain a viable and attractive place to conduct and operate business and remain competitive. This not only applies to the financial services industry in relation to global regulatory requirements, but is also equally applicable to our tourism, construction, technology, and other emerging industries. Then she talks about, we have a caller, Ms. Susan? Okay, before I go on to the next paragraph, because that is pretty long, even though I'm paraphrasing in some instances. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, Mr. For the Record. This is Broken Record.
That's okay. That's okay. We love to hear that. Broken Record as well, or the greaser wheel, because the greaser wheel is the one, the squeaker wheel is the one that will get the most grease.
Well, I don't know about that, but happy birthday to you, OC. I don't know about the squeaky wheels with grease anymore, because it seems like the more you grease them, the more noise they make nowadays. It's exactly what you said it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to, dampen the sound of the noise, but that is not happening in this country. It's just making it worse. Jose, what is sidewalks for?
For basically pedestrians to walk on. So that they don't have to walk out in traffic in those areas where we do have them.
Well, that is my full impression of, and my knowledge, I should say, of sidewalks. They're put there for a reason, right? And, I don't know why our politicians are so useless in this country. Because, they must see what is happening to this country. You see what is happening to this country, OC. Every civilian in this country sees what is happening. And I'm sure the politicians sees what is happening. But why are they turning a blind eye? They got field people, right? I know their schedule is tight. I know their plate is full, right? But that doesn't give them the excuse to turn a blind eye to what is happening in this country. They got people that does all of their field work, right? When they drive around and they see that certain things are not being done, why can't they just say, look, no. I have people that is supposed to making sure that these things are not happening, but, it's not happening, so it's time that, we take matters into our own hands. That is not happening, OC. God knows that, you have to do something about what is happening in this country. It's getting out of hand. Let's go Barton Road again, right? There is some sidewalks and by the port. They are still using that sidewalk for parking up to yesterday. No shits was in, but I cannot believe that, somebody seeing these things and will not say, look, enough is enough. And you drive through Barton Road where they got a sidewalk. There is buses, there's cars parked on it. Why are these things being ignored? It's bad enough when the people of the country break the law. But when the law breaks the law, what is the excuse for that? There's no excuse for that. They're turning a blind eye. The police department is turning a blind eye because the majority of these people that are doing these things in this country are from their country. I'm sorry I have to put it so bluntly, OC, but I could call it like it is. If you want to get, not you personally, but if someone wants to get upset with me and call me out, they can call me out anytime they want. You see, because what I am speaking is the truth and my concern of what is happening in this country. And something needs to be done.
Yeah. There has to be respect for the...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that there has to be respect for the rules and for the law, and everyone has to demonstrate that respect.
And it doesn't matter what nationality you are. You have to respect the laws, and the police has to do their job. And don't just think that, they can do it sometimes, but not all the time. We'll do it maybe 3 days a week, and then the other 3-4 days we'll just let everything go by. No, it doesn't work like that, OC. Anyway, OC, I'm not going to stop. I mean it, because until Mr. Hugh decide to do something about Barton Road, if it's under his portfolio, part of his, I mean, I'm not going to stop, and I got called out. Every one of these politicians, I don't care. You know, if they're wrong, they're wrong. They need to get off of their backside and earn the money that we are paying them as citizens of this country, because you can't, enough is enough. Well, see, thanks for listening to me, and happy birthday to you again.
Thank you very much, caller, and keep expressing your concerns. Sooner or later, it's going to fall on some ear, not a deaf ear, that will listen to you, not only listen, but will take the necessary action as well. We have another caller on hold, but we have to take a commercial break first, folks. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Welcome to a new year with Digicel. Elevate your mobile experience by switching to our prepaid or postpaid plans. Enjoy more data, seamless communication, and uninterrupted entertainment. Plus, make the switch now for a chance to win exciting rewards. Stay connected, entertained, and make 2024 your year with Digicel. Because better connections make a better year.
It's time to update your information. If you've recently changed your postal address, phone number, or email address, please let your Water Authority customer service team know. Remember, non-receipt of a bill does not constitute a release from liability for payment. Visit our website, www.waterauthority.ky, to download and fill out our customer information update form, or contact our customer service team at info@waterauthority.ky or braccs@waterauthority.ky, or call 949-2837.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller on hold. I have been sharing with you the Premier, the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly's address or speech to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum here in Cayman on Friday, 2nd of February, and I will continue to share that with you. And I'll share a little more information about our 1965 budget as well. But meanwhile, we have put a caller on hold, so let's go to that caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I am blessed, and I am calling.
And happy birthday to you.
You caught me out. Wow, OC. I thought I was going to be able to surprise you. I tried to even change my voice. I just want to wish you a happy birthday, and may God bless you to see many, many more. I tell people all the time that not only am I born on OC's birthday, but he also managed to give me all of his allergies, food allergies as well. So we share so much.
Yes. Yeah, the seafood, the shrimp and all that stuff, right?
That's right. That's right. Neither of us can enjoy any of those things, but OC, in all seriousness, first time calling the show, actually.
Uh-huh.
And I saw someone over the weekend, and they said, "Happy birthday when it comes," and I was like, "Okay," and it caught me off guard, and they thought I was surprised. They were like, "OC mentioned it on Friday," so I said, "You know what? I'm going to get him back this year. I'm going to call and disguise my voice." But you found me out right away.
Well, I just want to say that one of my most memorable birthdays was the one that we spent in London with all of that snow after the constitutional discussions, right. And we watched the Super Bowl at the was it? It was a tavern or pub called the Lone Star or something like that we were at. I think was it Ozzy that had arranged that for us?
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was. But yes, so see, every birthday, you wake up in the morning and you know God blesses you to wake up, and I must say that every birthday I always reflect back on that, because that was indeed a beautiful birthday. Of course, I personally try not to ever be off island for birthdays, so that was strange for me to have been off island. But yes, that was a wonderful birthday and very, very memorable indeed. Very memorable.
And you know that is in the records with the constitutional discussions as well, because remember now we recorded everything, and when Ian Henry wished both of us happy birthday, I recall seeing it in there somewhere.
Oh, that's right, in the verbatim.
Yes,
verbatim minute. That's right. That is true.
Yep.
Well, we share birthdays, and we now share a famous birthday.
Certainly, it is great hearing your voice, and I hope and I trust that everything is going well with you, your family as well, and your daughters in school. How are they doing?
Well, see, everybody's doing well, thank God. I tell people all the time, I'm so thankful, because every day I have something to be thankful for. And again, I woke up this morning and had my 1+ mile walk with my dog.
Great.
Dropped my daughter to school. So yes, today was a really blessed day. Yesterday, two of my children are off island, but yesterday I had lunch with my family, and I had my eldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and my youngest son there with me at lunch. So that was a blessing, a real blessing, so that was a real blessing.
Great, yes.
And what about you? How about on your side?
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I have my first biological granddaughter as well. On the 16th of this month, she will be 11 months. At 10 months, she was walking and everything. She's going to shame all of us in terms of she is so smart. She is so intelligent, and I look forward to spending as much time as I possibly can with her.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a ways off that stage, we'll see, but I look forward to it if God blesses me to see that about the time on this earth.
Yeah, I had to wait until I was 73 years old.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know when it is in store for me if it's going to happen. But again, I just wanted to call in and wish you a happy birthday on the air. We've never done it.
That's true.
And I said, you know what? This is going to be the year that we do it. So again, hopefully your callers have indulged us and doesn't mind that this is just a happy birthday call between two very good friends. And again, blessings for you and your family and for you for the rest of the day.
Thanks, and many happy returns to you as well, my friend. Stay safe as well.
Thanks.
Okay, Ms. Susan, we have a call and a WhatsApp. Which one are we doing first? Okay, we're going to grab the caller first, and then we're going to the WhatsApp call as well. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. For the Record.
Hey, good morning, Doc. How are you?
Well, you can keep things very secretly.
Yeah, that's what I try not to share, but it always gets out.
I just tuned into the radio about 10 minutes ago. And I heard a caller before this one. I think it was wishing you a happy birthday. And I say maybe it's another OC. And then Miss Susan told me to hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And I held on, and then I see this caller also wish you a happy birthday. It's your birthday, really, today?
Yes, Doc. I'm 73 years old today, and I hope that I am fortunate to live as long as and to be as old as you are now, and to be in as good shape as you are physically and mentally as well.
Well, take it this way: you're 73 years old, young.
Okay.
And I wish you a very, very successful day, and all the days that follow the days. And I know that you're very active, and I hope that you are going to do something active today with your family and your friends. When I see you in person, I will tell you all the rest of what I want to say to you.
Okay.
Personally.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you will surpass me, because I think you find a way to preserve your lifespan, because I think you're doing all the right things in life.
Well, you've done a great job yourself, Doc. You really have.
So, without any further ado, again, happy birthday, and I wish that you have a great time with your family. I know it's birthdays are one of the things that you share with them. And I wish you all the best for this 2024 year.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you. Much appreciated. All the best.
One thing I'm going to ask you, from now on. The second thing I'm going to ask you is if you can sort of ascertain when Parliament is going to debate the electoral boundary report
yes.
that they received last year, July. There's enough time to do that. It's very timely, and the recommendations that the commissioners made to Parliament, both Parliament and the governor were served with copies of the report. Of course, the governor can do nothing with it until the matter is debated in Parliament, and whether the Parliament accept or reject the recommendations that were made. These things are very, very important. And the reason why I mentioned that is the caller before who mentioned about sidewalks and stuff, and about policing for 3 or 4 days and then unpolicing for the next 2 or 3 days. These things are very important. The boundary commission, the electoral boundary report that was presented to them raises some constitutional matters that are very, very important, and there's no time to just put them on the shelf and forget them. We need to get them to the public, and we need to have that debated in Parliament before the election to see whether or not we can have some of those recommendations before the elections comes around in next year. And I'm sure that there are some people who represent the democratic process in our country who want to see the same thing. And I wouldn't say worried, but I'm wondering what is the holdup. This is not a opposition bill or an opposition or a private member's motion. This is a constitutional matter that ought to be debated as soon as possible.
I think I heard the premier. I'm trying to remember if it was on air or off air, but she voiced the opinion that it definitely would be presented, to the legislature, to the Parliament.
And you?
Now, she didn't say when. I'll try to determine when, but I'm certain that she gave that commitment. Maybe not publicly, but I will double check on that. Okay.
That's the assignment I gave you this morning.
Okay, we'll do, Doc. Definitely, we'll do and get back to you on that. We do have another caller on hold, but we have top of the hour headline news at 9 o'clock. Please stay tuned, folks. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
We are Radio Cayman.
Covering Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman.
One in a million. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
Water Authority Cayman is doing wastewater infrastructure upgrades on a southbound lane of West Bay Road adjacent to Water's Edge from today. These works are expected to last for several weeks. During this time, access to the southbound lane along West Bay Road will be somewhat, but, quote, not entirely restricted. U.S. senators have unveiled a long-awaited cross-party deal that aims to combat illegal migration at the U.S. border with Mexico and in return grant new aid to Ukraine and Israel. The bill would introduce much more severe measures to try to stem border crossings, which are at record levels. The influx is one of the biggest political headaches facing Joe Biden. The Democratic-led Senate will vote on the bill this week, but a senior House Republican said the bill is, quote, doomed. Taylor Swift stole the show at this year's Grammy Awards, becoming the first performer to win the prize for Album of the Year 4 times. The superstar had previously been tied on 3 Best Album wins with Stevie Wonder, Paul Simon, and Frank Sinatra. She received the prize from Celine Dion, who made an unexpected appearance amid health fears. Swift also used the event to reveal a surprise new album. Miley Cyrus and Billie Eilish took the other top awards at Sunday's ceremony. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We have a caller in hold, and we still have a WhatsApp caller as well. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Fine and good. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
May you live to see many more.
Thank you.
Sorry, I ain't got no cooked beef to give you, but it is what it is. Mr. Connor, Georgetown Primary School and Mary Street there, and those rentals across from Georgetown Primary. You know, everybody knows the school there, and it's been there almost from day one. And seems like no one, once in a blue moon, a police officer comes in the area, hang around the school, and then again, it'd be weeks you don't see one, months you don't see one. But every time you go in there, there's always someone parked up on the left-hand side, congesting traffic, knowing that we got the students' parents on the right-hand side waiting to go into the gate with their vehicles. Mm-hmm. And on the left-hand side, now coming in, there's cars parked up from this rental place.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be stopped because, I mean, it's a government school. It's part of the government. I don't know if you can call it public road or private road or what is it called, but some sort of respect need to be due to that school down there every morning. Some days they're parked up there in the gate when the gate is closed and you can't find the owner. You got to walk the kids across to go into the side gate because the car got the entrance blocked and they can't get in. Something need to be done down there, seriously. But, Mr. McKeever, he's a bush in Cayman Brac there. He got one video up there. It's very alarming with his words, but some stuff in it is true,
Mm-hmm.
in regards to the public beach and how it's being used and all of the noise and so forth.
Uh-huh. That's Elvis McKeever. Elvis McKeever,
yes. Yeah. And talking about noise on beaches, we got signs down by the governor's resident, no loud music playing, and we got at various places. I mean, we cannot keep allowing people, even if it's our own, to come here and break every law that we have and do not respect your neighbors. And it's just getting worse and worse by the hour. I don't know what, the government is always going passing laws, and I don't know if any laws that is out here being forced to a degree, because we hear that, boy, we put out a new law and boy, it's working. You understand? I don't know anything about that. If it's working, it's uncovered. And parking up on the sidewalk on the cement piece that we got to walk on.
Mm-hmm.
People got the vehicles parked upon it. Buses are parked upon it. Big school bus, big tour bus parked upon it where they live in. I mean, that has to be stopped. And this thing about police officers only working so many days a week and off so many days a week, it is too much going on in Cayman to have that amount of time off of duty when we know that they're here to protect and keep our island safe. If they need more officers, every couple of months they're getting new officers to the line. And why are they still getting so many days off and so many days on? It is crazy. Too much things are happening out here, and too much things are being they're closing their eyes to so many things. People driving around on their cell phones, and people overtaking you left, right, and center. You got some people on the road the morning 6 o'clock. They're chasing each other. Apparently they must know each other. They must trying to see who can go the fastest, and they're just zooming in and out of you. So these signs about stay in line and use the indicator and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. Government got to look into that, or NRA, or whoever is implementing these things out here, because it ain't working. They look at that and laugh at us. Mr. Connor, can you imagine your country has become independent? You can come from under England because of other reasons. Now they got 50 odd years of being independence free. I am not here throwing nobody under the bus, but if you couldn't live in under the law and rules and regulations that they have there in England, being part of your country, why is it that Cayman is such a great place that you would want to be, knowing that we are under the Crown Colony still? We are still under England. You understand? Why people are coming here and doing the things that they're doing when they was under them already and came from under them, and now they come in here and want to live under them and demand and order what they want from what they don't want? And Mr. O.C., don't give them PR. You know what I come and tell you? I'm a citizen of this island. You can't tell me what to do and what to say, when to go and when to come. Nobody want to tell you when to go and come, but you got to respect this island and who you come across. Because there are very few of us left. And I got to tell you right now, somebody need to stand up. I know I gotta let you go. Cayman Brac Airport, that is not even being maintained properly with the grass around the strip and so forth. What happened to the maintenance up there? The Hell Post Office in West Bay, the Hell location period, done is a filth, Mr. O'Connor. It's a filth.
Is Hell occupied? Well, we have the post office there, but is the other location that used to be the nightclub, is that still there as well? What used to be the nightclub?
Yes, but nothing to do with that. We just talking about going into the main Hell entrance where the post office is at, where the little gift shops are. We will make a grand entrance into the Hell Rocks between those two buildings. But that ground is filthy. Filthy. And if you want, I can send you some pictures. It is a disgrace to go down there and got to walk in this number 2 to get back into your car with your visitors. I say if they want to keep those chickens down there for show and tell, as big as Inferno grounds are there, which is Hell, they can build a nice cage, put them in there and make them be a show and tell, and have someone to maintain them, feed them and give them water and so forth. The place is filthy and nothing is being done about it. That place should be power washed every night before next morning come for visitors to come down there. It's not a welcoming situation at all. Just like the Royal Pair, the cargo. That's a cargo location, but they use it for the cruise ship, and it's filthy. It is filthy. Who are we going to complain to, Mr. O.C.? I don't know, but something need to be done. We need to stop being quiet on this island and wake up and open our mouth and say this can't happen no more. But I'll leave you at that. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you very much, caller. As well, and yeah, we have to continue to highlight those issues that are out there, those things that are being ignored, because if we allow it to continue, then we become more and more lawless in this society. And when all law and order has broken down and every individual then decides they're going to do what they want to do, it's going to be a little bit too late to try to rein it in at that point in time as well. We want to do the WhatsApp now, or you take the live callers? Okay, let's grab the WhatsApp, and then we still have 2 callers on hold. Oh, okay. That was the WhatsApp. Sorry. Okay, let's go to the next caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, OC.
Hey, morning. How art thou?
Yeah, good. I want to say happy birthday again, and happy birthday to Raleigh. I sent him a WhatsApp this morning. Yeah, OC, I just heard, and congratulations on you becoming a late grandfather.
Yep.
Sound you started out late.
Yes.
I mean, you might not believe this, but I'm a great grandfather. Sound like I started out early.
Yep, you're blessed.
Yeah. Well, see, just touching on what Peter and John was talking about, I witnessed bicycles, scooters on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And pedestrians are moving from the sidewalk to give them way. It should be the other way around, you know? But, yeah, people are walking off the sidewalk to give these people that are riding bicycles and scooters on the sidewalk. And I noticed at Emsworth Memorial one particular day, officers passing when that was happening, and there was no acknowledgement from them about what was happening. And see these social parks, these recreational parks where government posts these signs saying no drinking, no consumption of alcohol, no smoking.
Saw the video. Animals. Smith's back there. Yeah, saw that.
Yeah. Or see people, I mean, the signs are there, and people are just ignoring. And these are people see that is not from here, and they're just ignoring rules and our regulation here on the island. And like John said, people that come from other places that couldn't abide by the system that we're still under, but yet they come here and they want to enjoy the island and at the same time disrespect our regulation and our rules. I guess that's the same reason they didn't want to be under the colonial system as it is, you know? But if we're still what we're supposed to be, we need to put our foot down, because we can't have these people come here and destroy our country the way they did their own. So I'm asking, well, I got a group that I'm forming, including Miss Berna Murphy and Sharon Rolson and the likes, Paula, Carol Jackson, a whole bunch of us, and we're going to be very vocal and visible within these areas. So that is the reason why you see that video, because I heard there was an event going to take place, and I personally went there and did a video.
Okay.
And that.
Now, the liquor that was there, the alcohol, the beers and stuff like that, those were for individual use, or were they being sold?
No, I don't think it was to be sold. I never see no money exchanging, but the sign says no selling of alcohol or consumption. Consumption, no smoking, no animals, no littering, no fixing cars. It's very detailed. It tells you all the things you can't do. And they walk across that. The sign is right there to walk across it. So I don't know. We need to this mankind thing. I don't know where that came out from. So we need to start, policing the places ourselves.
Yeah.
If we're not getting no help from other entities,
Again, to those who speak about, including myself, about the need for advisory district councils. If we had those, then, you would have a more forceful voice and, hopefully a little closer to our elected officials, because they would have to consult with them.
So, is that not part of our constitution to have the district councils?
Well, it says that there should be a law that establishes advisory district councils. We had them. We had the law put in place, but It is inoperable at this point in time. And we, as a people, as a voting public, we refuse to hold our elected officials accountable for that. And I believe that my view is that come the next election, every candidate should be questioned about that, and if possible, have them sign some form of commitment that they will enact the proper legislation, workable legislation as far as advisory district councils are concerned.
Yeah.
If they continue to refuse to have the people of the Cayman Islands, their constituencies, participate in governance of our islands, then they shouldn't be there.
Well, see, one quick thing before I go. When even the hotels got it, they got that little shower head. When you come out of the salt water, you just go, you just push the little button and it come down. We have that at the Smith back there, right?
Yep.
But now, for some reason, they have enclosed it privately, and we witness people there taking showers, coming there and park, going taking showers, look like construction workers, and dressing and going to and leaving must be to go to work.
Wow.
I think that I'm calling for Tommy Wood and my cousin Animal Sinclair to go there and knock that whole thing down and just leave the shower head where when you come out of the ST, you just go there and you just push the little button and you just get the little water on you and you wash off your foot and you walk to your car. That private situation that they got there now, people are using it to go there or see it and take showers and other things happening in there. I understand because it's so secluded, it's so locked off privately. That needs to knock down.
Yeah.
So I'm calling on Public Works to go there and knock it down. If not, I go in. I think about 50-pound mall. I go in there and lick it down.
Okay, Lord Graham, thank you. Thank you
Talk
very
to you
much. We still have a few calls on hold. We're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
This spring, say hello to Los Angeles. Explore foodie havens, local markets, art exhibitions, cultural shows, theater, you name it. Getting to LA is easy with 2 non-stop flights weekly aboard Cayman Airways. Midweek airfares are now on sale from just $410 CI round trip. Some conditions apply. Check out our socials for more inspiration and visit CaymanAirways.com to book. Sale ends February 14th. Now is the time to see LA your way.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to the phone lines as promised. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning, Mr. O'Connor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, happy birthday, too.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. A lot to be thankful for, Mr. O'Connor.
Yep, just to be here, above ground.
Yeah, life is precious. Yeah, life is very precious.
It is.
Yes, and I call in concerning the people who take people out to Stingray City, the boats. And I think the government needs to start looking into helping these people when we have these cold fronts coming in. Because a lot of times these cold fronts are coming in, and these cold fronts are letting our people miss a lot of business. So I think it's time now for the government to look at this seriously and help our people with paying them at least maybe even half of what they would have made for the day if the cold front was not here. But because of these cold fronts, these boat operators, especially in the Stingray City area, are losing a lot of money.
On average, how long does a cold front normally last that it creates that adverse weather in the North Sound area? How long?
Well, from what I see this week, it looked like it started yesterday, and it looks like it's going to last until Wednesday morning. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're looking at Monday and Tuesday. Maybe no trips at all for people who take people out to Stingray City, and I personally think it's only fair for government to help those people with their finances when they miss these trips.
Would a suggestion that if there is insurance available for businesses for things like that those businesses should look to see whether or not insurance is available for what do they call acts of God or acts of nature, rather than having to rely on the government to compensate them?
Concerning insurance, I don't think we should allow our people to be depending on the private sector when the government has the power and has the money which belongs to the people, to let them have the money that they miss because of these cold fronts, which it's not their fault at all.
But wouldn't that open up the door to every other person who misses their day's work because of some reason to say, government, you need to, I have used up all of my sick days from my job. You need to pay me now because I am unable to go out today because I have this ailment or that ailment. I understand your concerns about the boating industry and the tourism industry, but we should be looking at other ways as well rather than relying on government.
Well, right now, the construction industry, by law, during construction, if there's any type of rain weather which is going to stop people from going to work, I think it's by law right now in place that they should be paid half day.
Okay.
But then again, the thing about the cold front, Mr. O'Connor, sometimes you have rain, sometimes you don't. But one thing about the cold front when it comes to the North Sound, it's really rough.
Yeah.
So people who are on land doing construction or doing gardening, it's not going to affect them unless it's pouring rain. But the cold front, when it comes to the North Sound and Stingray City, it does not have to be raining.
Point well taken.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Let's grab the next caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I understand today's your birthday.
Yes, sir.
I hope you'll have a enjoyable one and live to see many more.
Thank you very much, sir.
I was listening a little bit on some of the previous callers. I don't have much time right now, but I got a lot of things in my mind.
Okay, go right ahead.
And I'll try and run through it quick as possible. About sidewalks, I agree with the caller about that. It looks like they've been captivated by scooters and whatever else, and people going and you don't know what direction they're going to meet them up in, whether on the left or the right or in the center lane between two cars that they can just barely squeeze between. And anyway, I think it's very dangerous how people are abusing these scooters on the roads, and some are going to get hurt or killed, I believe, if not long from now, if something isn't done. Another thing, bicycles. They, as well as scooters, drive or ride all day or night, or day doesn't matter, but nights with not a sign of light, not even a reflector, that if a car could see it, would know something is ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the danger of that is people blinding you with headlights coming. Almost every other car you meet, I wouldn't say every other one, but probably every other 6, you can believe it, you can be blinded and you can't see one thing in front of you, and you don't have time to stop if it's something that happens to pop out in front of you. So something needs to be done about these lights. I don't understand why the licensing department is allowing these kind of things to happen. Years ago, when a car was brought in from the States, you had to change the sail beam lights to a left shift because in the States they were driving on the right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it looks like they're pointing fog lights in your face as much as possible instead of down on the road or on the side where you're not blinding the people as much.
And the various color lights too, they're not necessarily the standard headlights.
That's another thing. I had my one old antique car here, had it licensed for 4 years before, went back to get it licensed, and they wouldn't pass it with the parking lights, which were used as indicators. I had to change the plain bulbs and put amber bulbs in it. When I look and see what's happening on the road now, I don't know, I must have been the Lone Ranger when they did me that, because everything you see now is the wrong color, the wrong something,
Mm-hmm.
and the lights are certainly not focused away from oncoming traffic.
They're not.
And another thing, people walking or riding or whatever on the side of the road, you never know whether they're going to be on the left or the right side. When these cars blind you, you could be right up against a person and it could knock them down or kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be innocent, but they'd be gone.
Yeah, and most people are walking without any sort of reflective clothing or lights on them or something. They, really putting themselves at risk.
At least they should have a reflective clothes or reflectors onto their clothes or something to protect their own lives. But they seem to be very careless how they walk along the road in the nights. Nothing. Most of them dressed in black as well, so you can't see a thing hardly till you ride up on them. And you know what too? People are putting stones, big boulders, right on the edge of the road that the people can't even find room to walk. They got to come out on the asphalt. And again, you're not expecting people to be on your lane when you're driving in the night like that, but they don't have anywhere else to go, and then they don't have no light, no reflector, nothing. It's a very dangerous thing, and I don't know why planning allows people to put these boulders in the edge of the road when it should be a sidewalk, not boulders that if someone had to switch off the road to miss someone, they would get killed, probably run into the boulders. Other thing, I think that was about most of it.
Okay.
But also, like I say, the traffic department does not even look at a headlight now to see if it's focused or can be focused away from the right side, like they used to do years ago. They don't even test them, much less do anything about it, and that's ridiculous.
And bear in mind,
if somebody gets killed, then they'll pass a law in to do something.
And bear in mind also, it's not just the traffic department, because not all vehicles have to be inspected by them. I think that other private garages have been licensed in some way to perform those inspections as well.
Yes, some are authorized to inspect vehicles, but they ought to be able to comply with the same thing that the licensing department has to do.
Exactly.
But they themselves are not doing it. Another thing, this tint that they're putting on vehicles, you can't even see through a windshield anymore. Much less a side window. The car looks like it's coming by itself. You don't know, in darkness, you don't. Sometimes you might want to give it right away to someone. You think they'll stop or use it right away. You think they'll stop for you, and next thing you know, they're up your broadside because they didn't intend it or didn't even see you. So it is so much danger on the roads, other than a little 5 or 10 miles above the speed limit. If people can drive good, I'm not encouraging speeding, but they're putting too much focus on a couple of miles above the speed limit and ignoring everything else. that needs to be dealt with. I think that's said enough now, so I'll pass.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Tommy. And
but I really like to see something done about every one of these things.
Yes, they need to be addressed. I agree with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. O.C.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir. Please stay safe. Let's take the commercial break, Miss Susan. We still have a few callers there. We will accommodate those calls as soon as we return, so don't change that dial.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay Mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Since March 2004, West Bay Pharmacy has kept their doors open to the local communities, even before, during, and after Hurricane Ivan. At West Bay Pharmacy, our staff provides so much more than pharmaceutical excellence. From the moment you walk through our doors to completing your cash out, our staff will have put your healthcare concerns at ease. We would like to take this moment to thank our loyal friends and customers. To us at West Bay Pharmacy, our patients are our primary concern. We provide thorough background checks and precise calculations to ensure your medical safety. Thank you for being a part of our family and for choosing West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have the phone lines open and we're getting lots of calls, WhatsApp messages and everything. This one came in early and I want to share this. This person says, I can remember how you told me. I can't remember how you told me, but I remember when you were there. Speaking of me being at immigration, I came to stay with my friend from Jamaica. After 3 weeks, they never want to give me any more time. But I asked to speak with you. You gave me 1 month more, and today he is my husband for 34 years. The 4th of February, and on the 2nd, I am 73. And the person sent me a photograph of her and her husband coming at church. She said, this is us at church yesterday, very happy with our time together and giving God thanks. So I guess not everybody thought I was tough when I was at immigration. No, I try to follow the law, but at the same time, to ensure that whenever you're carrying out the law, you carry it out with compassion, as well. And while there may be some bad stories, there are some good stories with some very positive endings as well. Miss Susan, are we going to the WhatsApp now? We have a WhatsApp message we're going to be playing. Let's grab the caller while we search for the vocals or for the sound on that as well. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hey, good morning, OC.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
I am good, my friend. I am good, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And may God grant you the long life to see many, many, many more. And that memory, God, he not gonna make that fade neither. So God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on the regarding quite a few comments that was made by Miss John and the other gentleman, and even Lloyd Graham there with everything else that was said. I've been back and forth to Grand Cayman now for the last couple of weeks, and I am blown away by the stupidity that I'm seeing on those sidewalks with vehicles and these little motor scooters and the people trying to walk on the sidewalk. I can count the amount of police. I was distorted to know that I could count the amount of police cars I saw present in between Red Bay, is where I stay up around Red Bay, and Georgetown on the road. I could count them on two hands, the amount of police presence I see. We tend to, and I heard you said you hope that people don't turn a blind eye. Well, see, that's all they're doing today is turning a blind eye. We are being neglected. That is why when the former premier, not a former premier, Sir Alden got up in the House some months ago and started saying how much meetings they had since this new government came in to power, and how much meetings have this new government brought out to the public regarding situations that they hear the public addressing time and time and time again. Where is the backing of the people in these islands? We had a Mr. McKee about the situation there with the loud whatever public beach or whatever. That's been going on for years. Years that's been going on, and nobody seems to have any concern unless it's a certain group of people, and then they get all knowledge up and they call in and spur down everything that's happening. But we are turning a blind eye to these things that are happening day by day. Yes, we know police supposed to have their presence, and we tend to rely on the police. The police ain't there. If the people see these things, report it. They have cell phones, take videos, take pictures, and report these things. We cannot allow these things to continue in our little islands, OC, because we are being drowned by the stupidness that they're bringing from their countries into our little island and destroying it. I mean, OC, I was born Grand Cayman. I partially raised there, but going back there and seeing what our place has become, it leaves me speechless to know that this is how Cayman has become. And where is it going to end? My question is to anyone, where is it going to end for us not even to have the right to have our place for ourselves? In I think it was Lloyd Graham mentioning about the bathrooms people using. It does the same thing up here. Government put those things there for when people go swimming and they come back and they shower off and they go about their business. People are using those things for their own convenience, and that is a sad situation. To know that you got how naked people out there taking a bath out in the public, taking bath and people walking across and they're out there taking showers in those public places, those bathrooms. That is embarrassing.
Yep.
What are they trying to turn our little island into? I don't know. See, in a way, you just keep riding your bicycle and be safe and keep your strength going.
Thank you.
I like what a little old man had said. You got to go up on the ladder, pull your blood pressure back down. So I try not to make my blood pressure go up. But it's sad to know that we don't have the backing and the people. This is what I want to say before I go to OC. We don't have the people anymore with a strong backbone to just say enough is enough. That is what we need. Thank you very much, O.C. You have a good day.
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much, caller, as well. And I want to thank Ms. Clincy, Ms. Cleo, former colleague of mine at the Immigration Department, and Rosita for the birthday wishes as well. I want to thank them very much. And I said happy birthday to our favorite talk show host. We pray God will bless you with many, many more as well. We're going to go back to the WhatsApp. Miss Sue, caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, I was listening to you when you were trying to find my call, but you couldn't find it apparently. But anyhow, you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Susan couldn't. She couldn't. She couldn't hear. She wasn't hearing anything. She thought she had lost you.
I want to get back to Graham. Talking about this back there, little public area there for renting off. He needs to take a grand tour to the 10 sales up in East End, where they got those bathrooms up there and on the right hand side, right up by the 10 sales. They are being used for the same thing to Graham Rankin, and they're coming across from those rental places up there in East End. They're going there day and night, using those bathrooms as if they're in their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take a grand tour to East End, Mr. Rankin. You know, the gentleman called in regards to tourism and the water sports people. You know, I'm no disrespect to him. I didn't really call for that. But, this tourism thing is a seasonal situation. And we always have our cold front floating through this island this time of the year. And trying to help these guys and helping all of us when this weather is like this, it would be a very, very big bill every couple of months to try to dish out some money to every Tom, Dick, and Harry who did not make anything for the day. So what I'm not going to say here that it doesn't hurt to that degree, but when Mother Nature take over, we need to just relax ourselves, enjoy the moment, and we got to save for rainy days. Because if you got there today and make $10,000 and tomorrow we got a northwester coming in, you better make sure you save something of that $10,000. That is our biggest problem here. We want everything to be at our convenience, and nothing is to happen when it's come to us trying to survive on this island to a degree, especially in tourism. You got to go with the flow. We have no control over the weather, you know. But I'm not saying not to hurt that little guy or anything.
No. He has a point. He has a point, and his sentiments are there.
Come out here, air out a month, and give X amounts of dollars to us that can't have no work to do.
Yeah.
That's why you're self-employed, and that's where you come in out of making sure that you're saving for the rainy days.
And
sometimes you don't have enough to save for rainy days, but you must try to, rob Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Don't splurge it because you have it. But anyhow, Mr. Tommy, with these car lights, I was coming through Southtown a couple weeks ago, and I was ahead of a car. It was a latest model car, apparently, but these real bright lights. And see on both sides, the left and the right, that car gave miles and miles of light in the front of my car that I couldn't even see my car lights. And I could see everything on the left-hand side and the right-hand side from that car behind me. And I think what's happening with these cars that we're getting today in these trucks, the majority of these lights that they're putting in up there now in America, there really is for those highways and all that kind of stuff up there, and mountain this and mountain that, driving and so forth. And when they used to change out years ago here in Cayman, I don't know what happened to that, but something need to be done because they're dangerous. They are dangerous. But anyhow, Lord Graham, take yourself a drive up East End and go to 10 sales and check that restroom up there and see what's going on. Let us know.
Got you.
We'll see. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much, caller.
Bye-bye.
One of our listeners wrote and said also maybe that young man needs to look into business interruption insurance. We can't expect the government to do/take care of everything. And similar to the view that I express as well. Can Miss Susan, where are we with calls now? Miss Susan, where are we with calls? No more calls. Okay, we're going to close the phone lines off now because I want to really continue with the Premier's speech to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum, because there are some really, really salient points and significant ones that are mentioned by the Premier. And I am of the view that she's extremely genuine in what she has said there and what her intentions are as well. So we're going to take our last commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
This spring, say hello to Los Angeles. Explore foodie havens, local markets, art exhibitions, cultural shows, theater, you name it. Getting to LA is easy with 2 non-stop flights weekly aboard Cayman Airways. Midweek airfares are now on sale from just $410 CI round trip. Some conditions apply. Check out our socials for more inspiration and visit CaymanAirways.com to book. Sale ends February 14th. Now is the time to see LA your way.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
Water Authority is empowering the future and building a legacy in STEM through its annual scholarship program. Applications are now open for the scholarship, valued at up to $40,000, for a student pursuing an undergraduate academic or technical vocational degree or diploma in a STEM subject relevant to the Authority's work. The deadline to apply is February 29th, 2024. Visit www.waterauthority.ky to apply today.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We've closed the phone lines off because I want to share as much as I possibly can with you of the Premier, the Honourable Julianne O'Connor Connolly's presentation to the Chamber of Commerce's Economic Forum on Friday. Meanwhile, one of our listeners wrote and said, good morning. I agree with the 2 callers about the cars with the headlights. I don't drive anymore at night unless it is compulsory because of the same thing. I almost hit someone because of that. We need officers like Mr. Vernon Ebanks, Mr. Lieber Forbes, and Mr. Royal Anderson. I can add a few more. Mr. James Terry, Mr. Rudy Evans, before he became commissioner, when in his constable days, Mr. Buell Braggs as well, Mr. Chester Ebanks, all of those. Of course, those were different times when you didn't have to worry too much about headlights of cars. You had to worry about headlights of bicycles and make sure that you had your bicycle lights on. I see many comments about people using the showers at the various public beaches as well. And while one of our callers was talking about it, I wanted to ask that caller whether or not they thought that the economic climate, the economic times had anything to do with these persons using these public facilities to take showers and stuff like that. Something that probably will need to be looked into as well. This person has said, how can the government and business owners allow it's worthless things to happen, on our island as well? Well, we're bringing it to the attention of everyone. This other person says they agree 100% with the caller saying about people zigzagging in line of traffic in the mornings. I always say, where's the police officers when one is needed? I think we need to set up cameras that can pick those zigzagging. They go from, you're on a road with 3 lanes going in the same direction, and they will come from one extreme lane to the other with traffic going in all of those. Those people are crazy. They're putting themselves at risk. They're putting others at risk as well. And you can't expect the police to be there all of the time, but I believe that cameras would possibly help in this particular case as well. This person said they would like to send congratulations to Mr. Alan Moore, who recently won the Vocational Service Excellence Awards from the Rotary Club of the Cayman Islands, the Sunset Club. What a well-deserved recognition. Mr. Moore has done so much, so very much to help the youth in the community. He has trained and mentored so many, helping them to find lucrative careers as well. And I couldn't agree with you more on that. Mr. Moore is a boyhood friend of mine. We have grown up together, and even when we were apart by thousands of miles in the U.S., we kept in contact. Those days you didn't have cellular phones either. A lot of times you had to use the pay phones as well. Okay, we had one caller slip in, so we're going to grab that caller before I share as much as I possibly can with you on the Premier's presentation. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning. Good morning.
And I only call to wish you happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. And you have one coming up next month?
Yes, I sure do.
As well as the Honorable D. Kurt Tibbetts and several others as well.
Carol Jackson, don't forget Carol and Lloyd Sampson and Dana Warren Jr. Oh, we got lots of birthdays on the 2nd, yes.
Yeah, we know the drill for March as well as February. But thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You do the same, and please stay safe as well.
Yes, you too.
Okay. So, folks, I'm picking apart some of the things that the Premier had to say. She said a sustainable economy seeks to achieve long-term economic prosperity by promoting inclusive growth and ensuring that economic activities include the contribution to societal well-being. Economic prosperity, when distributed fairly, can positively impact the quality of life for a larger portion of the ever-increasing population. She goes on to say that sustainable economies recognize the importance of cultural and recreational activities which enhance quality of life. Planning for green spaces, cultural institutions, and recreational facilities contribute to the overall well-being of a community. Both concepts share a long-term perspective considering the well-being of future generations. In summary, a sustainable economy and the concept of quality of life are interconnected through their shared goals of promoting economic, social, and environmental well-being. A key concern accompanying Cayman's economic growth and success to date is, are our people benefiting? That's the question she asks. She says, points out that the key concern accompanying Cayman's economic growth and success is, are our people benefiting? And all of those callers that you hear expressing their concerns about what is taking place in these three islands, in essence, what they're saying as well, is this what we are getting for our success? Carelessness, craziness, putting people's lives at risk? She goes on to say, those are my words, folks, not part of this. Since before the 2021 elections, my political colleagues and I have heard many times that Caymanians are feeling increasingly left behind by what some people see as runaway economic growth. How does the concept of economic sustainability relate to the needs of an indigenous population that is being increasingly marginalized? And I'm going to add a little bit to that, not only increasingly marginalized, but also increasingly overpassed by the majority of the population, where we are now becoming a minority as well. So I just added that, to that. The concept of economic sustainability involves recognizing and addressing the specific needs, values, and aspirations of that population. Economic sustainability should not only prioritize growth, but also focus on social equality, cultural preservation, and the well-being of native communities. Economic sustainability for local populations should respect and preserve their cultural heritage and ensure that the benefits of economic growth are shared inclusively. Policies and programs should be designed to reduce disparities and provide opportunities for local communities to actively participate in and benefit from economic activities. This may involve targeted initiatives such as skills development, entrepreneurship support, internships, and access to market. Economic sustainability involves empowering local communities to have a say in decisions that affect them and should prioritize the overall well-being of local population. This goes beyond financial considerations to encourage health, education, and cohesion. And if I was the person writing the speech for the Premier, I would have included in this economic sustainability is establishing advisory district councils, ensuring that they are viable, ensuring that they represent a cross-section of the community, and ensuring that the advice given by them is at least listened to. Folks, again, those are my words if I were the person preparing this for the Premier. And I'm only assuming that someone prepared, I should say, because the Premier certainly can do this, herself, and she may have done it herself, as well. But again, it was a fairly long presentation. I'm unable to go through all of it. I encourage you to get yourselves a copy of this. Go online, read it. She has said a lot. She talks about people-centered budget. We know that she's getting a lot of criticism about the proposed school in the BRAC, and everyone has tagged that $50 million, to it. We don't know necessarily whether or not, it will be a $50 million school, but we have to look at how short-sighted, how myopic we have been in the past as far as our development is concerned, and looking for a up-to-date high school in the BRAC, fit for purpose, that is forward looking, because the day will come when it will be needed and it may not be there, as well. So I want to remind you also that today on Talk Today, Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, at 12:15, Talk Today starts. They will be exploring the topic of mental health matters. The question, how can you cope with burnout and a toxic work environment? What are the symptoms and causes of burnout? How can you prevent or overcome it? And if you want to find those answers out, then tune in to Talk Today at 12:15 with Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, and the topic mental health matters, where that will be discussed. Again, I want to thank everyone who participated this morning. Thanks to all of you who sent me the birthday greetings as well. If I haven't responded yet to you, to say a big thank you, I will continue to do so as well. To my good friend, Raleigh, I say to you, enjoy your day. Great talking with you. Mr. Christopher Saunders will be celebrating his birthday tomorrow, so we want to give him a big shout out in advance of his birthday as well. And Mr. Denley Stewart celebrates a birthday in February as well. I'm not sure if it's a belated, I believe his is before mine, but I want to give Mr. Denley Stewart a big shout out as well. Later on in February, the 13th of February, my good friend and grew up together again, Mr. Ned Solomon will be celebrating his birthday as well. Want to wish him a happy birthday in advance, and we'll definitely give him more shout outs during the course of the week as well. Folks, have a great day. Again, thanks for participating. We ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury.
And JN Money.
From abroad to yard. Fast, affordable, convenient. Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And now, Barbados. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network.
Since 1976.
Covering Grand Cayman, no Cayman, Cayman right. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman